In the square outside the Norwegian parliament tonight, hundreds hold torches in honour of the latest Nobel Peace Prize winner. Receiving their cheers, not a person, but an institution. EU, EU, they chanted, then sang strains from the European anthem as the union's top officials conducted. If the union had been feeling down about the euro crisis, today at least it could wallow in self-congratulation. No fewer than 3 EU presidents on hand to collect the prize and hear the accolades of the committee chairman.
What this continent has achieved is truly fantastic. From being a continent of war to becoming a continent of peace. In this process, the European Union has figured most prominently. It therefore deserves the Nobel Peace Prize.
Particular congratulations went to the leaders of France and Germany for having ended an unhappy sequence of 3 major wars in less than 8 decades. It was enough for one of the presidents, Herman Van Rompuy, to start channeling John F. Kennedy.
Ich bin ein Europäer.
British reservations at all this were on full display, with David Cameron choosing not to join 20 other leaders who did make the journey. Nick Clegg deputised but was placed several rows back. Even he, an avowed Euro enthusiast, seems to have had reservations.
The more you think about it, the more I at least think it's not a bad thing to, from time to time, recognise that we've had 70 years of peace in a continent which had been, racked with conflict and war for much of the last century.
And it's not just an absence of war. The Union has helped countries like Spain under General Franco, Portugal and Greece move away from post-war dictatorship and into the family of democracies. When the Berlin Wall came down, the Union was part of incorporating former Soviet states into what used to be called the West. But it was only last night that a similar torchlit procession had demonstrated here against this award, especially that it should be given at a time of such turmoil and protest in the Eurozone. It's one of the ironies that the country whose parliament today handed out such a distinguished honour to Brussels is one of the few in Europe that steadfastly refuses to join. For Europe's leaders, this has been a day of happy escapism, even as they've been congratulating each other here. Silvio Berlusconi's political resurrection has been tipping Italy back into crisis. Tomorrow, it's a return to a harsh reality. James Mates, ITV News, Oslo.